So, good day ladies and gentlemen, we're back after the weekend. The cowboy is still with me. We have another cowboy as well that is crawling through the room. And Black from the Discord is with us as well. It looks like America is moving to Africa. They have done that before, wasn't that successful. But let's see if this trip is gonna make it a little bit better. As you can see, I'm still in both of my positions. I'm in the short, which is currently down 35k, but we have realized $1,619,000. And I'm in the long with minus 10k in funding and opening fees with an unrealized profit of a whopping $404,000. Hello, I'm in a live stream. Did you see the on sign? Thank you very much, boss. Almost had a guest appearance by the catering crew.
What's going on, Positive?
So how's everyone doing? John Kai, boy in the casa. Yes. Nessini, good morning. No audio? I think that's on you, buddy. I don't know. Is the rest having audio or not?
No, yeah, nobody's hearing audio issues.
No audio? I think that's on you, buddy. I don't know. No, I can... If I turn on my live stream, I can hear it in my earphone.
Just the volume on the mic.
No, I can... It's good, right? Yeah. Audio is good. Audio is good. Hi, $1 Million Man. Nice to see you. One of your favorite fans, Loratic. How have you? Audio is good. Bank holiday. Yes, indeed, it is a bank holiday in the US. But that doesn't mean that they can do us dirty. Talking about dirty, look at the weekend, guys. Honestly. So, I think the weekend was, how do I say this politely? Absolutely freaking brutal. Let me get this off the chart. We will just see how the New York Times are reacting. If it's going to be a whole bunch of nothing, it's going to be a pretty short stream. So we dumped 4.2% during the weekend, exactly to the marked off level, which was 74.4. And why did we mark this off? Because I had two levels marked off, right? It's the white ones, it's 82.2 and 74.4 for bullish confirmation and bearish confirmation. That's why also there was a pretty strong bias. I want to conquer my bit funded today. Okay. There was a pretty strong conviction in both of these levels because they're... Listen, they're harder to break than most guys' mentality in the trading. And there are some degenerates within trading. So, where we're sitting now, we're consolidating under the 77.4 dwell block. As soon as we take this dwell block, it will definitely open up the road towards 78.4 and 79.3, which still has an open CME gap from last week's weekend. Today in New York, not opening. I know that New York is not going to open. But doesn't mean that we can't get any volatility. So I still wanted to go live. I still wanted to have a little bit of a conversation. Hi, Vic.
What's going on, Victoria?
So, Cowboy, what are you seeing today?
Today looks like we're going to be a Chop City, man.
Chop City.
We're going to get chopped up. If you're neutral, I'd just stay neutral today. I'd wait till tomorrow, wait till New York open, and then we'll play the highs and lows there.
That's some wise cowboy words, my friend. You're going to play the highs, he's going to play the lows, and he's going to stay neutral at the same time. You almost sound like Killer.
You got to play the market open tomorrow.
Yeah,
wait for it to establish the high. And the
are
low.
you schlonging or lording?
I'm long and short from the exact same price.
Okay. Speak up, I can't hear that gay cowboy.
Folks, I'm on the How about you come here, I'll show you how gay I am.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
Someone on my left, I see him lose his shit for the first time now.
No, I told that guy to come take my hat off my head.
Cowboy needs to rope us up some scalps. That's better. A lot of buy liquidity around this region, yeah. Just kidding. Love you guys. Bro, he made it barely on time, did he? Oh, man.
I had our software team finding him already.
Yeah. But you have to talk pretty close to the mic, though. It's like, if you want to say something, you gotta lean into it a bit, you know?
I forgive you, Midnight. Don't worry, buddy.
I do 100% think that the Bitcoin bottom is definitely not in yet. I'm almost critically convinced it's not in. Yeah. Let me move this out of the way a bit, because that's easier for me when I'm scrolling around with my mouse.
Uchiha, we just had Thomas.
Yo,
our trader
Baxter.
on stream.
Can we expect members from trading section in future streams? It would be cool. Well, the thing is, not everyone is in South Africa, right? But the people that want to be on camera and are in South Africa, or even if we can find methods to bring them on remotely, yeah, it's definitely... We're planning to breach out our collective influence throughout more of our traders and see if we can get them more known on socials, get a bigger reach, get a bigger baseline for in terms of information and also in terms of output for you guys, while remaining and doing everything for free as everyone is used to from us. Bitcoin's not looking too bad, is it?
No, I think if we can get a close on the hourly.
He thinks that if we can get an hourly close
above 78.1, then I think we're golden for a run up to 82.
To infinity and beyond, I think that's... BTC bottom not in, but watch yours, cowboy looks a bit sus.
I'm speechless on that one, buddy.
Yeah, I get that.
Look, Philippe, you got away with words, man. You got away with words.
Yeah. Run it up? Yeah. That's the plan here, to be honest.
Positive, no. I'm looking at the order block situation on the hourly. I guess it is in confluence with the 200 MMA, though. That's fine.
Yeah. So I think that the level to actually break is 77.4 for us to have a definitive lookout. No New York session, bank holiday. Yeah, we're pretty aware of that. Thank you. Yeah. Is it true that there's no New York session today? No, that's a lie. You have been lied upon, man. No, it is. How did you flip from doomer about the macro when you were short into now thinking it's only positive for crypto? I never did that. So let me tell you two things, right? Trading is slightly the art of following where the market is going. So when the market is going down, you're supposed to go down with it. And if the market goes up, it will help your profit and your portfolio to go up with it as well. So that's one. Secondly, I'm still bearish and I still think that our bottom, the same as I posted over the weekend, is at 46 to 49k, specifically around the 48k area, because that makes a lot of sense also in terms of confluence with how previous drop and previous markets have responded and reacted. So between the 50 and the 44 is a void. So I think they overshoot the 50 towards the 48k region. And that is where, in my opinion, we're going to bottom. But that doesn't mean that we can prior trap or take prior liquidity to the upside. And even though I'm swing trading at lower leverage, these moves are significant enough, especially with the capital and the position sizes I'm running it with, to make some money on. Because as you can see, my current Bitcoin long is up 413k. It's not money that I would love to leave on the table, right? Doug Ups, no New York session is same PA as of now, or will there be any change? I don't know. Can't see price on the chart. I know we have to redo them. So we will see in approximately 19 minutes if New York is actually going to do something, or it's going to be more of the same and we're watching paint dry and it's going to be a flash crash or flash pump. Would you consider swing long from that area 55 to 50k? I think I'm going to start from 62 and then work my way down every 5k. So 62, 57, 52, 47, 42, and that's gonna be the area where I'm gonna DC bottom heavy, funding negative on some exchanges already. So I think for the people that it's easier if you also explain what negative funding would help with. Hello from Slovenia. Hello back to Slovenia, I guess.
They have great sausage.
Slovenia has great sausage.
Oh yeah.
Apparently.
No homo.
It's not helping the gay stigma, is it? Yeah, they're now just compressing the range between the 400 and the 300 pretty rapidly. With a dropping CVD on the 5. No, CVD is pretty neutral. What's the money flow saying? Sorry. Money flow is rather positive. Yeah. Low digging his grave. What kind of sausage?
Yeah, that one. I ain't gonna try to say that one, buddy, but that's the one I'm talking about.
Is this behind again?
I saw some messages in the stream asking how we're gonna rectify the breakout trading session.
How do you mean?
Missed it.
How we're gonna do the breakout trading session? When there's market and there's movement, we will plan another one, because well, the whole office had a power outage, so we were legitimately with the three of us sitting here yet, and there is another guy in the room. Trust me, it's not that I'm seeing ghosts. Well, I'm not referring to the ghost. So yeah, but if there's a power outage, there's not much we can do. We were here at 11 o'clock in the evening in the office, ready to stream, ready to make some banger money with you guys, because we actually all longed the bottom, as I also explained in the free Discord, which of the link is pinned in the top. But yeah, there's only so much you can do without power, is there? This is a pretty bleak 5-minute candle, isn't it? Casual 0.15%. Guys, I'm getting afraid. Broke back Bitcoin.
That should be a stream name, man.
Yeah.
Breakout, broke back Bitcoin.
Rules are hard in Breakout. Bro, I don't think rules are that hard. The first day you can lose like 3k, and in total you can lose like 6k. That's like 3% instead of the normal 2%. I don't think those rules are that hard, to be honest.
Manage your risk.
Yeah, it might be your trading that is below par. So liquidity is looking spectacular to both sides. I wish to how I could quit Bitcoin. I don't know what that means. I genuinely don't know what that means. No, we both don't. Thank you. So yeah, now I don't really know if we're gonna get some volatility this session. We'll wait the next 15 minutes, and if there's what's your favorite scalping scenario? Could you describe it? Well, it's mostly the ones that go into my favor. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. What I like to see within the current market is their bottom structure slightly changed. So there's a couple of patterns that are very noticeable. It's when it starts grinding upwards, especially on the lower time frames and on the 5 seconds, you can see it already. Mostly then it comes in and it shoots out. So it's a bit of a higher low, higher high pattern that has been working like an absolute charm. Second one is, you can see a bit of an example here. This is already higher lows, like almost a perfect trend on the higher lows on the lower time frame. But also the green wicks and the wick size to the downside. Now they're also giving wicks to the upside as well. But for example here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wicks in the same area. without them wanting to release liquidity and a shift out to the upside. And as you can see, most of all of these moves are built out of slightly higher high patterns. Higher high or higher low, shift out. Higher low, shift out. This one is more, yeah, this is an extreme bottoming pattern. But yeah, that's a liquidity sweep. But this is also a perfect example. Higher low, higher low, higher low. Like these grinding outwards patterns.
That one's picture perfect.
This one is picture perfect indeed. Grinding up. Grinding up. Basically, if it starts rounding down, like here, and you can see the last candle starts rounding down, the dumping. Rounding off and dumping. It's gonna go down. You can see this. It looks almost like they're, like I said, they're rounding it. And then they're dumping. Here it's basically the same. They're rounding it and dumping. Less, but... And as soon as it starts grinding up, especially this one as well. Grinding up, breaking out. So these are for me the most interesting scalp scenarios as of now. With higher lows towards a breakout pattern. Or round tops towards a dump. I hope that is that's useful. As of now, we have a little bit of a fuckery candle. Look at these 5 seconds. You are a cinema.
This guy is asking about CVD and why.
CVD down, open interest up. New York should be bearish. If so, any comments? There's no New York. So that would be one of my main comments. Which is, I think, a pretty valid point.
You know, it'd be hard for New York to be bearish with no New York.
Yeah.
You know, I think that there's just something fundamentally wrong with that equation.
Yeah. I see a bit of an error in that.
Chento, are you generally more profitable in your long or short positions over time?
Statistically, you cannot be more profitable on your shorts if you look at a multi-year trend. Why? Because shorting has its limitations. You can only short a coin to zero, statistically. So if you're a profitable trader, hypothetically and also practically, you should always be more profitable on your longs. Because a coin can go up exponentially to Valhalla, but only down to zero.
Thank you.
Yeah, mathematically it's...
That was Positive's question there.
Yeah. So, in the current market for the last half year, I've been short dominant, especially because I think that we haven't bottomed yet. Historically, I am more profitable on my longs because it's easier to ride out longs than shorts, because eventually the market goes back up. With going down, there's always a limit. Yeah, with going up as well, but look at S&P, look at NASDAQ, look at any traditional financial asset or institutional asset. There are a lot of institutions that only long. And that's for the same reason. Shorts can go down only 100%. Yeah, that's basically what I said. Curious on how is the FlowX prediction is up to date. Could you explain, please? One, it's not the FlowX, it's a probability. Secondly, it just takes a dynamic data set, looks at all the numbers, and then compounds a total answer, right? That's how probabilities work. It's not a prediction, it's a probability. So it's a numbers-based probability of what is going to happen. That thing within normal market circumstances is almost unbeatable. With Uncle Donald pressing some interesting buttons, it's different. Vic, thank you for the FlowX link, but that's not what he's referring to. But I appreciate the proactive stance that you took towards it. Yeah, there's a little bit of a recovery pump. I think they're just gonna trap and hold around this region. I'm curious to see around New York Open if there's gonna be an influx of volume or not. Things that make Woody special is he'll never give up on you, ever.
I concur.
I plead the fifth. Because I have no clue what you said. A little dump again.
I think that guy just missed the last 5 minutes. Or 3 minutes. It's asking more. He wants more information on your probability.
Could you talk more about the indicator you use for daily market direction probabilities? Yes, it's an indicator that we build ourselves on TradingView that is specialized in a daily probability index. So it compounds all types of data sets, which I won't go in detail about now. Are you releasing the probability indicator to the public? Yes, but it will be a very selective group of people. If so, for that you have to be an inner circle. An inner circle means you need to trade with at least 50k capital. So not a prop firm, nothing else but 50k capital. And 5 million trading volume a month. If you guys are eligible, they also get early access, closer contact, and that's what we call the inner circle. So early access to the indicators, the platforms, and everything we're building. And trust me, there's a lot of awesome shit that we're building. Yeah, have you ever tried 𝗪𝗹𝗋𝗂𝗏? It's absolute trash. Damn, I need to sell my kidney. That doesn't sound like a bad option, to be honest. I would consider it. You can make back 2 kidneys. Anyone who wants to join Inner Circle, DM Chento privately.
We also have a form.
Yeah, that's not true. Please DM John in the Discord and submit the form. I can arrange 50k capital, but if you do copy trading, because I'm out most of the time, even now I'm in the metro. We are actually, that's one of the things we're working on is algorithms. So we're gonna do algorithmic API trading. Why? Because the current copy trade mechanism on exchanges is broken. We're actually in the final stage of releasing copy trading over API to the exchanges. We're gonna have 4 exchanges that we're working with, and everyone with more than 10k capital can sign up. For the same thing, DM John. We're gonna start a waiting list, and it's gonna be epic. We're looking at returns of between 4 to 6% a month, and I know for cryptocurrency statistics that doesn't sound insane, but it's, trust me. Why the 10k limit? One, because I want to, and I don't know if you checked what databases, software, etc. is costing. Secondly, I don't want to make this publicly available for everyone, because you get port deviations, spread deviations, entry deviations, etc. So the larger the size, the better the deals are that we can get from the exchanges in terms of protecting us, in terms of spread and everything else. And I think everything has to be quid pro quo, right? So we're gonna take 30% of the profits, and for us to run the algorithm, run the APIs, have the dev team, and have everyone on it, it needs to make sense as well. And sorry, if you're trading with less capital, it gives us a lot of headache. It's the people that mostly ask most of the dumb questions. And I just don't have any more time for that. I'm already dedicating multiple hours a day for free for streaming, helping you guys, helping everyone, being here and being with you guys. So yeah, why am I even explaining myself? It's 10k minimum, and the maximum is going to be 10 million. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk, I guess.
Never. This guy's asking when you're going to make a token.
Copy trading sounds dope. Yeah. Theory, it's insane. Good morning from Sweden. Good morning. 10k as holding our own money and trading with, or 10k to pay for indicator? No, bro, it's 10k that you're gonna, you need to put a minimum of 10k portfolio on the system. So you're not gonna pay anything. No, you don't do your own work. This is going to be a copy trading over API. So you go to an exchange, you sign up, you deposit 10K, and you're going to follow us in copy trading, and that will be API run. You only use one. I'm losing you guys here. I sometimes wonder, no, not the average IQ, the average interpretation. I want to join your private group with 50K. Let's go. You have to DM my man next to me. By the way, any swing short plans? I will start looking at them from the 80s. You're using 3 commas or what with the API? No, I'm not. We're building our own interface that's gonna channel to what is now called HyperFlow-X with our own algorithm and algorithmic settings over the public API of the exchanges. What exchanges are you going to use? Currently, we're in talk with BitGet for KYC, Blowfin for non-KYC, WeX because they have good liquidity, and we're currently looking for the 4th. And that might be Prime XBT. IDM in the link in Discord? Yes. And his name is John.
You can open a ticket as well.
Yeah, you open a ticket. That's might even be a quicker way.
Yeah.
Left my ass off and seeing questions out there. Bro, it's the cowboy hat. It's because it's the Wild West, man. You came to the gates of hell of the internet. So welcome. What's your entry in any snipe long? If I can snipe something, yes. But the only thing I can shoot here is rubber bullets by a blind guy. So New York should open normally in 30 seconds. Fuck copy trading, learning bit by bit to fish better. That's also true. Nice mustache. I think that's towards you, buddy.
I like yours too, man.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. I joined Breakout with your link the very first day. How do I enter your giveaway? Or is it too late? It's automatic, man. So awesome you do this for free. Like some of us are really learning from you. I hope that most of you are learning from me. Otherwise, I'm absolutely wasting my time.
Open now. What happened?
No, someone just said some of us are learning. Like, well, I kind of hope. Bro, where were you in 2020? Acting as the CEO of a top 50 crypto exchange. Yeah, the market is closed, but still, doesn't mean that we can't yap for half an hour to an hour on a live stream, right?
This is gonna be nothing. Zero uptick in volume.
Show one more time how you choose your dwell zones, please. Wait, where you have copy trading on Blowfin from your main trades, not just the algo? No. Trust me, the algo is going to be more interesting because the algo will look also at available liquidity and where we can get the people in. Trade win rate went from sub 30 to 70%. Ain't copying trades, but learning from you. That's a screenshot. So, dwell zones, I marked them off on the 4 hour and on the daily. And I look for high confluence zones. And what is a high confluence zone? The time where... I always make the same fucking mistake. It's a point where the price spends most time. I always open with time, I don't know why. So, as you see my origin, for example, for this one, it's consolidation, wick, endpoint, wicks, and consolidation again. Same as for this, is the wick with high confluence, breakdown zone here. I look for the most logical place where price has transacted the most amount of times. Yo, when next leg down? Do I look like Nostradamus to you? Hey Chento, hey look. So that is basically how I mark off my dwell blocks.
Look at those 5-second
Yeah, this is gonna be an absolute brutal. I think you guys need to go and touch grass and chill for the rest of the day, man. I think that's what we're gonna do, right, boys?
Dude, you're flat. Stay flat, bro.
Yes. Okay, if I look like Nostradamus, then I would say for mid-80s. Is the dwell block similar to point of control? No, it's similar to dwell time. Point of control is different because of the calculation of it. What's harder to trade, Bitcoin, stocks, Forex? I don't know. I think Bitcoin's probably the hardest one because Uncle Donald can influence it 24/7. Where did you get your tattoos done? In a garage. I did it myself. No, just kidding. I did it in Denmark. Thank for your help with the blow for madness. You got a flash mower to go with the Rari.
I think there is a 100% chance we go to 92K. I'm not sure when, but we will definitely go there.
Yeah, 100%. Just mowed grass. Can we tell I touched it? 100%. Forks without a cowboy.
Stream without a Luke.
Stream without a Luke. Bitcoin needs the best risk management. No, I think Bitcoin needs...
Here we go. Chop, chop, chop down. Chop, chop, chop down. $10 to $100K. Chento just completed a pretty big challenge, getting up to 5 million. Mr. X, what's up, dude?
I think Bitcoin need to go up and down, side to side, like a roller coaster. Or what's the song?
No idea.
Move it up and down, side to side, like a... Yeah. In June we go down 30%, I bet.
Not mad about these guys.
Nah. How is John acquainted to you, by the way? By his cowboy hat. And by contract. Contractual obligation.
Yeah, I'm here by obligation.
No, John came from Wit. And yeah. Like and subscribe, guys. It's free of charge. Absolutely. Guys, this is not going to do anything. And when I say not going to do anything, I mean fuck all. I think we're going to leave it at that for today, guys. It's better to spare energy. Go touch grass. Go enjoy some time outside. We're not working 2020 as well, but it's nice that you found my LinkedIn. That indeed was my dad's company. I saw John. So guys, hit the like button on the way out. I'm back tomorrow and I see you all. Yeah.
Explorer, you're an awesome dude.
Yeah.